in this particular video, I'll quickly walk you through the step-by-step process to set up a menu and an automated communication flow with your audience in Facebook Messenger. Now, the first step or the first requirement before you start with the menu setup or the messaging automated message flow setup is having the plan of your communication flow, which we have already done. We will have a quick recap of that communication flow in this session, and then we'll start with setting up the communication flow for our messenger chatbot. So we have already understood this in the last session. So we primarily have a greetings message. We have a flow of communication based on the buttons of the messages that you send. So with every message you can send a call to action button, and based on this call to action button click, the further communication flow is set by the automated bot. So this is one option. The other option is in case you are having a lot of communication flows, if you're having a lot of products and services, if you're having a lot of possible communication starters or communication topics, in that case you can use a menu button that would scroll somewhere over here in your page, and that menu button would help your users to navigate to the right communication path or to navigate to the right content that they are looking for. So for example, in this case, here is a quick menu button that came over here. So it's a scroll. It's a menu button that is allowing the user to start the relevant communication to get the answer to what they are looking for. So now in this video, we'll create this menu button, and then we'll move on to understand how this communication flow works in your messenger chatbot. So let's get started. So before we begin with the menu button setup, I'll just quickly show you the conversation flow that I'm going to create for today. So Digital Marketing University, we're providing digital marketing training, consulting services. Now I'm creating a menu button for learn digital marketing. So whenever someone lands up on our Facebook page, they would get a menu button over here called digital marketing training, DM training. Now this is for all those people who are looking for training. There will be multiple buttons. One of the buttons is DM training that I'm going to create today in front of you in this video, so that you can learn how to create this menu button and how to plan the communication flow. So digital marketing training is going to be one of the menu buttons over here. So what I've planned for it is, first, whenever someone clicks on learn button, so they are landing up on our Facebook Messenger, they are getting a greetings message that we have created in the last video. Once they see the greetings message and they click on get started button, so this is what we have created last. Under settings, we have created a greetings text. So whenever someone lands up on Messenger, they get to see this particular message. Once they click get started, they see the menu button over there. They see an introductory message and a menu button, and in that menu button, one of the buttons is digital marketing training. And how does that function? When someone clicks on digital marketing training, I as a marketer get to know from the back end that, hey, this guy is interested, this person is interested to do a digital marketing training. So I greet them with a message that introduces the product or service that we're having, that is digital marketing training, that supports the service or product with a brand credibility factor, with a message which supports or which gives a social proof our work excellence, and then we drive them with a promise that we are committed to your success, and let's get started in this process of exploring and selecting the right course for you. Now this is how the conversation starts, and at this stage the user might be thinking, what shall I do next? And there comes the buttons. So yes please, no thank you, talk to us. There are 3 buttons that are available to the audience. That is what I have planned right now, and I'll be creating this flow right now in ManyChat. So don't worry about it. You'll be able to see how to do that in how to stuff this information in your chatbot. So just try to understand the psychology of the communication behind this. So right now, once someone has seen your greetings message, the introductory message, at this stage there will be 3 types of audience. One, they would be interested to go through this survey and get to know more about your products and services. There will be a set of audience who would be impatient. They want the information at the quickest possible time frame. They don't want to browse much. They don't want to go through a hell lot of information. They simply want to get the brochure and make up their mind. there would be a third set of audience who would not be interested to go through the survey, to go through the whole process, who would not be interested to download the curriculum and explore the course by themselves. They would be more interested to directly get in touch with a career counselor or to directly get in touch with the company representative and talk to a human being, talk to a person over a call, over an email, or over a WhatsApp chat, whatever he or she is comfortable in, and make a decision. So there can be three types of audience. You need to understand what is your business, and based on that you need to decide what type of audience am I going to receive in my Facebook page. Based on that you need to decide these buttons. Now what happens when someone clicks on yes please? When someone clicks on yes please, I get to know that hey, this person is interested to explore it. And why I am trying to take him through a process of survey? So that I can get to know my audience better. It is always recommended as a marketer, you shall know your audience, you shall collect their data. Whenever your audience interacts with you for the first time, in the first touch point, you need to collect their information so that you can get to know them better and send them more personalized message. Whenever you are staying contextual and relevant to what they need, and you're providing them the right solution at the right time, that is when a sale or a transaction or a conversion happens. So you need to know your audience at best. So this is the reason I'm trying to take them through a whole process of survey. So when someone clicks on yes please, I get a chance to know more about them, and that's when I pop up the question, so what defines you the best? Are you a student? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a business owner? Are you a top management in a company? So that gives me an understanding that what that person does, and based on that I can recommend them to the next stage of the conversation. I can take them to the next stage of the conversation and direct them to the right curriculum. So this download curriculum will take them to the curriculum that describes the course for students. If they click on an entrepreneur, that would take them to similar kind of stages where they would be able to download the curriculum for entrepreneurs. So this way I'm trying to segment my audience in the very initial stage of my communication funnel and ensuring they are getting the right communication, right message, the right content. And this is what is going to help make the conversion process faster and smoother. So here they are able to download the curriculum or join a demo session, register for a demo session, or talk to a career expert and make a decision. So this is how I'm trying to help them in their decision making process. And at this stage they're about to leave my communication. So they have already downloaded the curriculum. Now they will just sit back, relax, and look at the curriculum. So they leave the conversation. But before they leave the conversation, I'm trying to leave my last hook over here, giving them an opportunity to join a group, a Facebook group. So why I'm doing that? Two reasons. It is going to help me as a marketer to know them far better and to retarget them. And from the user's point of view, it would help the users to get to know more about our brand, to get to know more about the service excellence, the courses, the offerings, the quality of content, the quality of product or service, or the training modules that we provide. So basically I'm trying to convert the whole process of communication into a closed loop. I'm trying to ensure that the audience, whenever they are interacting with me for the first time, is getting to know me at best. So, and then they get two options when they get interested to join the Digital Marketers Club by DMU. They get to either join it or they get to leave the conversation without joining the group. So that is how the whole process is planned. Now this is just one stream. When someone clicks on get started, they see this message. If they click on yes please and they select student, they get these three options. And if they download the curriculum, they get this message, and then they get the option to join the group. This is a whole sales funnel, the whole process of communication. And similarly, this is just for one channel. Similarly, you need to create the communication flow for all the possible conversation starters, for all the possible modes of communication, all the possible starting points of your communication. So yeah, this is how you shall plan it. So now let us understand how do we create this communication flow in ManyChat. So I'll head over to ManyChat, and this is the stage where we are currently. We've already set the greetings message. When someone clicks on get started, they see a scrolling menu over here in the messenger. So how do we do it? I'll straight away move on to automation. So the first thing that we did on our messenger or on our ManyChat dashboard is settings, greetings text. Now once they click on get started, the automation or the flow of messages will start. So the first step is to create the menu. Now this menu is going to direct the communication. This menu is going to allow the users to select the right communication flow. So you need to select, you need to draft your menu items very carefully. So once you click on automation, under that you'll have a sub menu called main menu. If you click on main menu, and you'll find the option to edit the menu. Now ensure that you are keeping it disabled when you are working on it, because if you keep it enabled, it will show up on your Facebook Messenger. So you can disable it and edit it. For me, I'll keep it enabled because it's already done for my Facebook page. I'll click on edit menu and I'll land up on this page. Now here you can add menu items. So the first thing, I'll just delete it so that you can have a preview of how it looks in the initial stage. So when you land up on this particular dashboard or in this particular page on your ManyChat account, you will find something like this. You don't have anything at this moment, no menu items are there. I'll click on plus menu item over here. So once you click on here, you'll have a new section called main menu item. So double click on it and name it. So I'll name it as DM training. So this is my menu item, and I'll click on done. So my menu item is done. So right now, if you look at your messenger previews, so this right hand section of your ManyChat dashboard is the preview. So in this preview, you can see that the users are getting an option to send a message to you, unsubscribe to it, or they're getting an option to click on a menu button and start the conversation for digital marketing training. So there will be multiple other menu items over here over the time as we build it. So right now we are just starting off with our account. So digital marketing training is our first menu item that I've created. Now what happens next? When someone clicks on this digital marketing training or DM training menu button, what happens next? So back to our communication flow. Whenever someone clicks on learn DM or digital marketing training, they see this particular message. So how do I add this message? So automatically this message would land up on their messenger inbox whenever they click on this button, DM training or learn DM, whatever it is. So I just copy this message and get back to my ManyChat account. I'll double click on this menu item. Once I click on this menu item, DM training, I get three particular options. One is open a new sub menu. So if I select this, I'll be able to add more menu items under this. If I click on reply with a message, I'll be able to create a message over here that would land up on their inbox. If I click on, if I select open website, I'll be able to put a link over here. And when someone clicks on DM training, they would directly land up on this particular web page. Now, at this stage, you have to understand the user's psychology. They have just landed up on your Facebook Messenger. They are not yet sure about your products or services, about your offerings. They are in the very initial stage of the sales funnel. They are yet to be fully aware about your products and services, about your brand. So at this stage, you shall not pitch or you shall not provide any kind of sales button, any kind of transaction related button, any kind of conversion related communication. At this stage, your primary goal has to establish the connect with your audience. At this stage, you need to prove to the audience that, hey, I am contextual to whatever you are looking for. I have the solution for whatever problem you're facing, or I have the right product or service to support with the solution that you are seeking right now. So at this stage, try to put forward the brand promise. So what I'll do is I'll shoot a quick message to them. So I'll select reply with a message, and under that you have two options. Either you can select from the existing messages. So in my case, I've already created multiple messages, so I can select from this section. I can select any of my earlier messages. For the sake of this video, I'm creating a new message so that you can learn how to create the message. I'll click on create new message button over here. Once you click on this, a new panel opens up, and in this panel, three things in particular you need to notice. In the left hand side, you have the flow of all the messages that you are creating. In the right hand side, you have a preview of how this message would look like to your audience, and in the middle you have the option to edit that particular message. So I have already copied this message and I'll simply paste this message over here. So this is the message that I want my users to get whenever they click on learn digital marketing. Now, as a marketer, you need to understand when someone clicks on learn digital marketing, that means they are interested to take up a training on digital marketing. So definitely, as per their interest, I'll have to put a relevant message. Now, this is the message that they are getting. How this message is structured, the copy of this message. First, I'm trying to introduce my brand, what I do as a brand known as Digital Marketing University, and then I'm trying to put a credibility factor. I'm trying to establish the trust, and I'm trying to establish that notability or the authority factor that we have already trained more than 5,000 students, and this is what we do. We are great at our work, so we are just trying to put forward our brand credibility, and then we are putting forward the brand promise. So brand introduction, brand credibility, and brand promise. So this is done. This is how you write a copy in a step-by-step format. Now, once the user has read these 3 lines, at this stage the user knows that okay, this is the brand, this is what they do, and this is what they are good at. I can rely on them, so they would be interested on your brand. So you just created the awareness and interest in your user's mind. Now at this stage you need to propose something. What shall the user do next? So you are trying to put forward a very valid conversation over here. You are trying to start the conversation with a very straightforward note that, hey, I want to ensure that you get the right message. You are directed or you are recommended to the right course that we are having. So for that, I need to know some basic information about you. That is what we're trying to propose and start our conversation with. So at this stage, I have already let the user know that, hey, this is what we do and this is what we want to do next. Now what? What does the user do? At this stage, the user would be wondering, so what shall I respond back? What shall I do? Now, don't let your user respond back, because this is an automated chat. So if the user responds back, now that might have a typo error, that might have a new question you might not have in your automated chatbot's answer. So you need to provide the right options for your audience so that they can select that particular option and you can control the communication. So here comes the feature for adding the call to action buttons. I'll add a call to action button, and here I can rename or I can name the button. So at this stage, there will be some user who would be interested to go for this particular survey and let us know about them. So I'll simply put in yes please. This is the first button. Done. There will be some people who would not like to go through this whole process, and they would simply like to get into your curriculum brochure and details of your offerings. So for them, no thank you is a button. And then you'll have some other people who would like to or who would be more comfortable conversing with you over a WhatsApp chat, email, or over a call. So for them, this particular button. So what I'm doing at this stage, I'm trying to ensure that I tap into each and every type of audience that I might get in my Facebook Messenger or in my Facebook page. So here are the 3 quick buttons, call to action buttons, that I want my user to see and act, respond back, or take action upon. So let us fix this for yes please first. So whenever someone clicks on yes please, what happens? So before that, I'll just quickly show you the preview. So at this stage, whenever someone get started with your messenger, they see this message and some quick buttons to get started with the communication. You are controlling the communication, so you are providing the call to action button. Now you know what happens when someone clicks on yes please. So if someone is clicking on yes please, you get to know that, hey, these people are really interested to go through the process and get the right information. So they are serious people. What you can do, you can add a tag, add action, and create a tag over here. So this tag will help you at a later stage. This tag will help you segment your audience. So after a certain while, once you have a lot of subscribers, you can segregate or you can just filter out all those people who have clicked on yes please. So you do it by using tags. So these tags helps you segment your audience base. So right now I'll just create a tag. So all those people who have clicked on yes please. Now this tag will help me understand, okay, these are serious people. They wanted some serious personalized information. They wanted the right product or right course recommendation. That's why they have clicked on this yes please button. So at a later stage, I want to segment them and retarget them because they are the serious people, serious audience in my page. So add new tag, and this tag is added, yes please. So tag created and tag is added. Now going forward, whenever someone clicks on yes please, all those audience would be identified using this particular tag. So this tag is in the backend. It won't be shown to the audience. It's just for us in the admin panel to understand who are those people who have clicked on yes please button. So once you click on yes please button, once the audience clicks on yes please button, what happens next? So now you have multiple options to offer to your audience. Once they click on yes please, you can either send them a message, you can either direct them to your website, or you can get them to call you on your number. You can get them to the purchase stage. You can get them to purchase your product, shop now, transact now, buy now kind of buttons. You can also start a new communication flow. You can send a delayed message. So after clicking on yes please, after 1 hour or after 1 minute, you send this message. So there are multiple options. You can also send them an SMS in their mobile phones. You can also send them an email in their inbox. So there are multiple options to choose from what happens next. So in this particular stage, I particularly won't like my users to directly land up on my sales page because they are just getting to know me. They have just got to know about my brand. Now is the stage I let them know about my value proposition, my core solutions, what solution I provide for them, or what are the core products and services that I offer. So at this stage, I would like them to know my products. But before that, I would like to know them. So in this particular message, I would like to send them a message. So here again, I'll click on send message. So once you click on send message, it creates a new panel altogether. Now this panel is known as send message #1. But at a later stage, when we'll have a lot of messages over here, we will get confused about what this message is all about. So I'll just rename it so that at a later stage I can identify and edit it without having to deal with a lot of hassle. So it is the message that goes after yes please click. So this name would help me understand that this particular message is for all those people who are clicking on yes please. So once someone clicks on yes please, they get this particular message. Now what is this message? I'll have to double click and a new panel opens up and I'll have to add the message over here. So I'll get back to my planning sheet over here. So what happens when someone clicks on yes please, they get this message. Wow, awesome. So I'll just copy and paste this text over here. So when someone clicks on yes please, they get this message. Awesome. What defines you best? Based on this, we'll recommend you the right courses. So I'm not just saying that I'm just going to gather some information about you, but I'm also supporting it by the fact, by stating the fact why I am collecting your information. So this gives a promising perspective to the user that, hey, this guy is collecting my information so that he can serve me better. So here I have already proved them that, hey, I'm collecting your information, but this is for a reason. And then I can add the buttons. So button, in the sense, these are call to action buttons. So what the user shall do. So right now the audience has already got this information. He's already very convenient about providing his information, and I've already told him why I'm collecting this information. Now all he need to do is select what he or she is all about. So I'll copy this button over here and I'll click on this option over here. So one, he can be a student. So I'll just remove this one over here. He can be a student. So whatever category they belong to, they'll just click on that particular link or particular button. So once they click on that button, what happens next? Again, the similar kind of structure, the similar kind of flow. Click on that button. So once they click on that button, what happens? They get a message. They can open up a website, they can call a number. So right now I have just gathered the information that they are students. And again, I want to add a tag so that at a later stage when I do the remarketing, I can get to segregate all those people who are students. So students. So these are the people who are students. So this tag will help me at a later stage to understand or to filter out all those people who are students or job seekers. Done? I've added the tag. Now is the stage where we need to decide what do they get in response when they click on this button, a job seeker. So what do they get? They get three options. One is download curriculum, join a demo session, talk to a career expert. So I'll copy this and I'll add it. So send a message, similar story. I will double click it and type in the buttons over here. It is download curriculum. So once they click on that, they get this option, download curriculum. That's it. So this is how it looks like to the audience. They can download the curriculum, they can join a demo session, or they can directly talk to an expert. So this is the whole flow of communication that it looks like. So whenever someone clicks on yes please, they'll end up on this particular stage where I'm trying to collect their data, trying to understand what this user is, what is the profile of this user, and then based on the user's profile, I'm trying to provide them the right information, the right course curriculum, and directing them to the right demo session and allowing them to connect the right expert in the company for further information. So that is how the whole communication process is. In case you want to track how many people clicked on this download curriculum, how do you do that? One is ManyChat would give you some analytics, but again you also want to have a second analytics so that you can cross confirm the performance of your analytics in ManyChat. So you want to know how many people are clicking on this download curriculum and landing up on your web page. So what you can do is you can use a tool like Campaign URL Builder. This is a tool from Google where you can simply create a custom tracking coded link. So this is my original link, and I can select the campaign source as Messenger, campaign medium would be ManyChat. So you can just name it just to recognize it at a later stage, the campaign source and campaign type. So this would help you with a customized tracking coded link. Now this link, if you have just noticed over here, this link has the source, the medium, and the campaign. So this helps you to get or collect the data of the number of clicks on this particular link on your Google Analytics. So I'll copy this link, I'll go back to my ManyChat account and click on open website link over here. So when someone clicks on download curriculum, they open up, they land up on this particular web page, and in the process I track them using these tracking codes, and they get to download the curriculum. So that's it. So that's the whole process like. So the process ends over here. They download the curriculum. Now this is known as the basic flow builder. Now under the basic flow builder, what we have done, simple, we have added the communication flow for a series of actions taken by the user. Now let me introduce you a new interface of this whole process. Now this is a basic builder. We are now switching on to GoToFlow Builder. Now GoToFlow Builder is a visual representation of this whole communication flow. Now in this particular demonstration, I have just explained you the process when someone clicks on yes please, when someone clicks on student, when someone clicks on download curriculum, what happens. So this is a flow that I have just explained right now, demonstrated right now, but at a later stage I'll just add for all these buttons over here. So remember, you need to add the communication flow for all these buttons. So what happens when someone lands up on our Facebook Messenger and clicks on get started, the first message that they get is this, and below this message that they have the option to select what they wish to do next, and based on this click, the communication further proceeds. So when someone clicks on yes please, I add a tag, and this tag attachment lets me know that okay, all the people who have clicked on yes please, those are serious people. I shall retarget them with some serious remarketing. And once they click on yes please, they land up on this message, they get this message, and along with this message they get the three options to select their profile. Once they click on this buttons over here and declares their profile, I have again attached one tag over here. Now this tag again helps me segregate or filter out my audience based on their profile. And once they click on student, they land up on this message, so that they get this message where they have the option to download the curriculum, join a demo session, or talk to an expert. Now this is the whole communication flow for one button click. So yes please, student, and this is the flow, download curriculum, and this is the flow. So you have to create the communication flow for all possible buttons that you have added on your Facebook Messenger. That is how it works, the whole automated communication flow. I hope it was super simple for you. I hope you have understood this, and just two critical aspects that you need to keep in mind. Number one, you need to understand the user's psychology. Why are they on your Facebook page? Let them communicate with you and get the right answer in the right time. Don't let them flow through a lot of communications over time. Try to make this communication as short as possible. In the process, as a marketer, you need to know, you need to smartly collect their data so that you can know your users better. Number one. Number two, you need to add tags so that you can get to segregate or filter out or segment your audience at a later stage. You also need to add tracking links to any of those download curriculum or any of those website links that you add on any of these buttons. So this tracking would help you understand how many people are actually interested to download your curriculum, and based on that you can optimize this chat flow further. Again, ManyChat also have an analytics section over here where you can get to know about the audience behavior and all, but that is not very robust. The reason we are using Google Analytics, we are trying to capture this data into our Google Analytics dashboard. So using the campaign URL builder, we are trying to gather this information in our Google Analytics dashboard. So that's it from this overall messenger flow, messenger communication flow. Now this is just for one, again I'm repeating it, this is just for one button click communication flow. You need to create it for all these communication flows. Now let me quickly show you some interesting ways to minimize the work that you are doing for all these buttons. So for example, right now I want to drop a message for all those entrepreneurs or companies, CXOs of a company who click on this button. So I'll quickly show you a quick hack over here. If you hover over this button over here, you can duplicate it. So if I duplicate it, my workload is getting reduced. When someone clicks on maybe CX of a company, if they click on this button, what happens? This message drops in their text, in their messenger box. So what I'll do is I'll click on this whole round button over here and drag it to this section over here. What does that mean? When someone clicks on CXO, this particular message drops in their chat box. And now all we need to do is customize it as per the CXO profile. So when someone clicks on CXO, that obviously the curriculum is changed. So I'll just change this link over here. I'll change the expert contact. I'll change the demo session link. So I'll change everything and it will be customized for CXOs. So primarily we are just copying it, duplicating it, and reducing our work of setting up a whole new section altogether. Now in this process, we have missed this tagging section. So I'll just click on this tag, duplicate it, and you will have a duplicate of this tag. Place it over here so that it's easy for you to understand. And this connection over here has to be deleted. So I'll click on this connection and delete it. Now let me connect it to the tag. I want the CXOs to be tagged as CXO. So I'll click on this button over here, connect it to the tag. Again from this tag, I'll connect it to this particular section. Now what is happening? When someone is clicking on CXO, they are being tagged as CXO so that it helps me understand them. I've created the tag. And then I have the message over here. So I'll just click on this message and change it to the correct information over here. So that is how you create a full flow of communication. So similarly, I'll do it for all the other buttons. I'll just duplicate it and reduce my work. I'll minimize my workload. So that is how you use the flow, visual flow builder. And if you want to use the basic flow builder, you can simply click on this menu button over here in the top right corner, and you can switch between the two types of builders. So this is the basic classic flow builder, and this is the flow builder, visual flow builder and basic flow builder. So you can keep on editing and customizing your communication flow. So this is the overall process. Now again, remember this is just for digital marketing training. Now you can have multiple menu items over here. You can have multiple menu items. So again, click on menu over here and keep on adding the menu. So that's it from this video. I'll just publish this menu over here. Okay, until unless you complete all this process, you cannot publish the menu. So I'll just complete all the buttons over here and publish this menu. Meanwhile, get back to your ManyChat account, create the communication flow for yourself, and if you have any doubts, any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section. I will be happy to help you out. Thank you so much.